Hi everyone, I'm Azan. Today we're going to explore how we can turn a hidden gem, yes, I'm talking about boredom, into a powerful advantage. By the way, guys, we might have more fun and joys than our ancestors, but we're also much more terrified of being bored. Boredom is something most of us go out of our way to avoid, almost as if we're running from it. It's hard to face those unwanted thoughts that creep in when our minds aren't occupied. But here's the thing, boredom can be one of the best things that ever happens to you. It's changed lives, and it could change yours too. Yet, we live in a time where everyone is desperately trying to escape it. People fill every spare moment with trivial activities, anything to avoid being alone with their thoughts. Boredom is uncomfortable, sure, but isn't it telling that most people can't even go to the bathroom without their phone? By constantly running from boredom, you'll end up losing the ability to sit alone with your own thoughts. This disconnection can make you lose touch with who you are and what you truly want in life. Your creativity could hit rock bottom because you're never giving your mind the space it needs to wander and think. And without that mental space, how can you expect to come up with any great ideas? Avoiding boredom also takes a serious toll on your focus. When you regularly drown yourself in activities that flood your brain with dopamine and pleasure, everything else starts to feel dull and pointless. But if you allow yourself to spend time alone, embracing the boredom, those tasks you usually avoid, like building a business or studying, won't feel as daunting. In fact, they might even seem easier to tackle because, compared to being alone with your thoughts, they're far more engaging. Imagine this, your procrastination might vanish if your only other option was doing absolutely nothing. But with TikTok at your fingertips and video games to play, it's a whole different story. It's much harder to resist. Boredom might not be thrilling or filled with pleasure, but it holds the potential to transform your life. It's through boredom that you start to analyze and truly understand yourself. Your mind, left to its own devices, shifts into a creative mode, sparking ideas and thoughts you've never considered before. Let's take a moment to talk about some of the greatest minds in history and how boredom played a pivotal role in their groundbreaking ideas that changed the world. First up is Isaac Newton and the famous story of his discovery of gravity. Newton's realization about gravity is one of the most crucial discoveries in the history of science. Imagine where physics would be today without it. Perhaps even Einstein's general theory of relativity might not have been conceived. The story goes that Newton, while sitting under an apple tree in his garden, was utterly bored when an apple fell and hit him on the head. This seemingly ordinary moment sparked a revolutionary idea. Newton began to ponder the force that caused the apple to fall, and whether this same force might be responsible for keeping the moon in orbit around the Earth. Newton then spent the next few years delving deeper into what would become his theory of universal gravitation. He uncovered that the very force causing objects to fall toward Earth was also responsible for keeping the planets in orbit around the Sun. Newton didn't stop there. He went on to develop mathematical formulas that described the relationship between the mass of two objects and the gravitational force between them. The impact of Newton's discovery is monumental. It transformed our understanding of physics and the universe, laying the groundwork for modern physics. Beyond that, his work has profoundly influenced other scientific fields, including astronomy, engineering, and even biology. The key takeaway from Newton's story is that embracing boredom and allowing yourself to question the world around you can lead to remarkable discoveries. Newton wasn't afraid to sit alone with his thoughts in his garden. Of course, 1,400 years ago, there was no social media to distract him, but his undistracted mind was fully engaged with the world around him, which led him to question why the apple fell. Today, such moments of insight are becoming rarer as people increasingly lose touch with nature and shy away from spending time alone with their thoughts. Much like Newton, James Watt, a Scottish scientist, came up with the idea for an improved steam engine while observing a boiling kettle in his kitchen. Bored and distracted by the inefficient way the kettle generated steam, he began to think about how it could be made more effective. At the time, steam engines existed, but they were known for being inefficient and unreliable. Watt, captivated by the potential of steam power, set out to design a more efficient engine that could power everything from factories to ships. His invention had a profound impact, shaping the world as we know it today. Watt's story is yet another powerful example of how boredom can spark creativity and lead to revolutionary ideas. Let's look at one last example, someone much closer to us in time, Steve Jobs. Known for his relentless innovation, Jobs is said to have done some of his best thinking during moments of boredom. One such moment occurred while he was on a plane, frustrated by the limited entertainment options available. It was during this period of boredom that he reportedly came up with the idea for the iPod, a device that would go on to revolutionize the music industry. Great philosophers have also explored the value of boredom. Friedrich Nietzsche once remarked, "He who completely entrenches himself against boredom also entrenches himself against himself. He will never get to drink the most refreshing draught from the deepest well of his own being." Nietzsche believed that by avoiding boredom, we deny ourselves the chance to delve into our deepest thoughts and potentials. Similarly, Immanuel Kant argued that boredom can serve as a catalyst for exploration and innovation. He posited that by embracing the discomfort of boredom, we're encouraged to look beyond our immediate surroundings and seek out new ideas and possibilities. In essence, facing boredom head-on can lead us to profound discoveries and creative breakthroughs. To truly harness the power of boredom, you need to learn to embrace solitude, not as loneliness, but as an opportunity to be alone with your thoughts. Find joy in your own company and discover how to appreciate your own existence without needing constant stimulation. Use moments of boredom as a chance for self-reflection and mindfulness, fully immersing yourself in the present. By overcoming the fear of boredom and instead embracing it, you open the door to personal growth and innovation. When you become comfortable with your own thoughts and learn to see boredom as a fertile ground for creativity, you'll find that nothing can hinder your progress. It is often in these moments of stillness and introspection that great ideas and breakthroughs emerge as we confront the limits of our current situation and are inspired to seek out new possibilities. It's been a pleasure diving into the power of boredom with you today. Embracing those quiet moments can truly unlock new levels of creativity and self-discovery. I hope you find inspiration in these ideas and that they lead you to great personal growth. Thanks for watching and have a fantastic day.